What you don't know could kill you, but what you do know could be even deadlier. There's a truth that lives in each of us, a truth that haunts us in the dark, a truth that drives us to unknown ends, a truth we must conquer and make our own. More than anyone, she knows this. In a darkened room in the Los Angeles Museum of Natural History, away from prying eyes, she fights a battle that only she can see. Her name is Zita Makara.
You will not. You will not.
Zita!
Please, stay back.
You're in pain.
It doesn't matter.
Of course it matters.
Abendigo, get out of here.
Let me help you.
You can't be here. She'll see you. This scorpion has eyes everywhere.
I'm not afraid of her. In fact, I think I'd have a lot of fun with the scorpion.
This is not time for your games. Do not fool with her. When it awakens, she will...
Zita, please.
I'm fine.
You can't keep doing this. I can't let you.
No, I have come too far.
That thing will destroy you.
It will not.
Already, it's consuming you.
I knew the risk.
It is too much.
No, it is almost time. I need you to do your part. The detective will be here soon.
Oh, I'm looking forward to meeting him. I bet I'd have a lot of fun with him too.
You must show him what he needs to know before his fate is sealed, before he is truly doomed.
You are listening to Dash, Chapter 5, The Office.
A lead. When you've got one, it means the case isn't cold. It means that there's still time to solve it. It means there's hope. And that's all I've got right now. That's all I can cling to. It's all I've got to carry me through. Last night, the man I was involved with was found murdered. Near the scene, I found an earring that belonged to a pair of legs that came into my office the day prior. Her name was Zita Makara, and the earring was in the shape of a symbol called the Ouroboros.
Are you ready for this?
My wisecracking secretary, Cindy Crenshaw. Ah! Do you have to slam the door?
The world ain't gonna stop spinning just because you're hungover.
But does it have to be that loud?
Listen up. I called the only number we got from Miss Makara. It's a hotel. Guess where?
I'm guessing it's the one where she's staying.
The Plaza Hotel.
The Plaza Hotel?
You know, the one by Westlake Park. You know where you were the other night. You know where one of your former clients was murdered.
Everything with Plink, I forgot all about.
Did you know this Zita Makara character is from Egypt?
Egypt?
Mm-hmm. And she's only in town for the traveling exhibit they got over at that museum. Probably some kind of circus person, if you ask me. Also, the guy at the hotel says they haven't seen Miss Makara in days.
Well, then I'm headed to the museum. She's got to turn up somewhere.
Dashell Malone's office, we put the I in private eye.
You have to find something else to say.
Hey, Cindy. How's our boy doing?
Don't light a match. I think he's still flammable from last night.
Who's that?
It's Sal.
Officer Sal McGill, my inside on the police force, and a friend.
Here you go.
Hey, Sal.
Hey, buddy. I figure you ain't in real good shape right now.
I'm in the shape I'm gonna be in. It's good to hear a friendly voice. It's good to hear another friendly voice.
Better.
You got any info on Plink?
Not directly, but it might be a step in the right direction. You're gonna have to hurry, though. It's time sensitive.
What's it about?
Your former client, Artie Ponderosa.
Artie Ponderosa. Cindy was just saying.
Cindy's always just saying, you gotta start listening.
I first met Plink when a wealthy snob hired me to stop him from scamming his grandma. His name was Artie Ponderosa. When I caught Plink red-handed, I didn't turn him in. I took him home. I still remember that first night in my apartment.
Nice place you got here.
It's small, but it works for me.
I'm sure it does. Gotta say, I'm still a bit confused.
About what?
You're a private investigator. You got me dead to rights. Why aren't you taking me downtown?
Do you want to go downtown?
No. Here is much cozier.
Then let's stay here.
Still confused. What about your client?
Let me worry about that.
I'm even more confused.
Then I'll be clear. You can leave anytime. The door's there. I'm not going to stop you.
Oh, no?
But let me give you a reason to stay. He was standing by the doorway. I backed him up against the frame, and I kissed him, like he kissed me earlier that night. I didn't care he was a criminal. I didn't care that I was hired to bring him in. All I cared about was that he didn't leave, that he wanted to stay.
That's a pretty good reason to hang around.
And he stayed the night, and the night after, and the night after that. Plink was right, though. I needed to settle with Artie, who was not happy with my results.
What do you mean you took care of it?
It's what you asked for, isn't it?
But you're not giving me anything here. Is he in jail? You didn't kill him, did you?
No, I didn't kill him. What kind of PI do you take me for?
I take you for a common bug.
Don't answer that question. Look, if I said I took care of it, it's taken care of. He won't be bothering you or your grandmother again.
That's not a guarantee.
If there's one thing that I've learned, there's no such thing as a guarantee. Anyone who promises you that thinks you're a sucker. I don't think you're a sucker. So I'm just going to give you my word. The work was done. You can leave the check with my secretary.
Well,
Mr. Ponderosa, on the off chance that you do see him come around again, please let me know as soon as possible.
if I see him come around again, I'll shoot him on sight, which is what I should have done instead of dealing with the likes of you.
Two nights ago, I met Plink in Westlake Park. Later that night, Sal found Artie's body a couple feet away from where we were. What was left of him was a horror show. Last night, Plink's body was found in the plaza, murdered in the same way. Just thinking about it, it takes everything I've got to keep it together. His face. Focus, Malone, focus. Follow the lead and let it take you where it can. Wherever the truth is, no matter what the truth is. Sal tells me to meet him in an office building near Bunker Hill. He's already waiting for me when I pull up.
Hey, buddy. We gotta act fast.
Why? What's going on, Sal?
See this building here? Our friend Artie had an office in it, and they're about to clean it out.
I don't think he'll have any use for it, do you?
You're not following. The LAPD is cleaning it out. Not for evidence, not for an investigation. They're just dumping the whole thing. And from what I heard, it's all going right in the incinerator.
Now, why would they do that?
Gee, we could stand here and try to figure it out. Or go take a look for ourselves before there's nothing to see.
Right, yeah. Good idea, pal. Let's get moving. The outside of the building ain't nothing to look at. But once you get inside, You can see why a guy like Artie would want to hang his hat here. The 5-floor building is a cathedral of cast iron staircases, ornate tile floors, and intricate stone carvings. The skylight from above floods the atrium with Los Angeles sunshine, creating a maze of shadows and light. If everything around me wasn't crashing down, I could maybe appreciate it. As it is, I'm just doing everything I can to keep going. Sal and I take the stairs to the top floor. He's wearing his officer's uniform, so we get some looks and stares as the workers pass us by. I hope that's enough to cover for it. We're about to break into a dead man's office.
Hey.
Yeah.
How you holding up?
Terrible.
If you need to...
I need to solve this case, Sal. I need to solve this.
Okay, buddy. Just take a breath.
What did Artie do for business? I figured he was just living off his grandmother's fortune.
Hell if I know. Here. This is it. Locked.
You're lucky Cindy doesn't let me leave the office without a paperclip.
You should give her a raise.
You should get me some clients. Come on, you sucker. There. You coming?
Actually, let me stand watch out here. Just in case.
Good thinking. Thank you for looking out. I appreciate it.
We go out.
We go out together. Thanks, pal.
I'll get real loud if you need to get out of there.
Let's see what there is to see. Artie's office is two worlds colliding with each other. The furniture looks expensive, but there's piles of junk all over it. There's an ornate desk that hasn't been organized in months. Behind that is a window that's covered by blinds. The light that streams through catches the dust particles floating in the air. Adorning the walls are boxes and shelves stuffed with papers and books that don't look like they've ever been read. What catches my eye is a painting that's strung up on the wall. No frame, just a canvas hanging on a wire. There are Egyptian hieroglyphics. I don't know what they say. But by the looks of things, the story they're telling doesn't look pleasant. The center of the painting is what really takes me through a loop. There's a woman, and framing her is a symbol that's becoming all too familiar. A snake eating its own tail. When you're compromised, when a case gets personal, it's easy to see things that aren't there, to mistake coincidence for conspiracy. But the woman in this painting, the resemblance is uncanny. She looks like Zita Makara. Follow the lead wherever it takes you. I press on. Who knows how long I got here? Search the desk. Mountains of unpaid bills. Looks like Artie was desperate. Wonder if Grandma got herself a new antique dealer. And then I see it. A calendar full of appointments and dates. Lots of names that mean nothing to me. Except one. Plinkets. I scan the calendar and I see that Artie met with this Plinkets on several different occasions. Artie was meeting with Plink. What the hell were you two doing? What were you two up to? Plink, why couldn't you tell me? Before I can find out any more, Sal gets loud.
Well, howdy there.
McGill?
Detective Bruno Fernez. If I had to choose between talking with him or eating a sandwich full of bees, it would be a difficult choice. After the beating I gave him last night, he's not going to be happy to see me.
Was just taking a break. Yeah, looking at the sights.
Because he's terrible at his job, Fernez is convinced that I had something to do with Plink's murder.
Officer, get this door open!
Yes, sir.
You mean that door?
Out of the way, McGill!
My mind is still reeling from what I just discovered, but I need to act fast. If they catch me, I'll look as guilty as they think I am. You follow a lead to wherever it takes you. It means the case hasn't gone cold. It means there's still time to solve it. It means there's hope. I look at my only option. The window, 5 stories up. Could I make it? Is this where it was all leading? Has hope run out? Plink, what do I do now?
Next time on Dash.
First rule of walking into a dark room is to find a light source.
Creesus, would you get a look at this place?
It is said he first appeared to mankind as a snake eating its own tail.
What's hiding in the shadows is always worse in your mind.
Start packing all this junk up. I'll supervise.
Where you at?
Payphone, a few blocks away from Artie's office.
It is a mark that comes at a great cost, but is priceless to many.
I freeze for a moment, feeling guilty that I was too blind to see it.
But Artie ended up dead.
Both of them ended up dead, Cindy. Both of them did.
A story for sure. A myth, maybe. But some could call it hope.
Hello? Is anyone there? Plink?
You have been listening to Dash, the case of the mysterious Zita Makara. Starring Peter Zielinski, Sara Luciano, J. Mazzola, Shanna Massad, Christopher Tolomeo, Thomas Robert Irvin, Leigh Jacobs, Richard Dietz, and Carlos Jiga. Written and directed by Dave Ebersole. Original music by Christopher Tolomeo and Mick Laurel. Designed, produced, and edited by Mick Laurel with Ed Hill. Executive producers Andrew Greenwood and Ed Hill. Dash was created by Dave Ebersole and Delia Gable. I'm Jim Diamond. Until next time, thank you for listening. Got any questions or comments? We'd love to hear from you. Send us an electronic letter at dashthepodcast@gmail.com. Dig deeper into Dash by getting the graphic novel from Northwest Press, available on Comixology, Amazon, northwestpress.com, or your local comic book shop.